What's hiding underneath things can be scary. Underwater, under your bed, especially what's under your carpet. Except when you get new carpet from Carpet One Floor and Home. After tearing up your old carpet, they'll vacuum and apply Health Annex antimicrobial to your subfloor, disinfecting and killing mold, mildew, and any remaining general awfulness. Carpet One Floor and Home goes the extra mile to protect you, your family, and your home. Carpet One Floor and Home in Columbia, making your home beautiful, guaranteed.
Good morning. Welcome to Radio Friends on Tuesday, September the 29th. It's a pleasure to have you with us on this morning. And I've got LOIS Long, who is always here, welcome here, to talk about Alzheimer's and dementia and caregiving, because that's so important. It's so important to get that information out in our community. Good morning, Lois.
Good morning. I sort of wanted to set the stage with a poem I had written that I often offer at the end of the program, but I think it reflects in the time that we're living and all the things that are going on. The title of the poem is Our Time in History.
Okay, and you want to get this poem in at the beginning because sometimes we run out.
You got it.
All right, Our Time in History.
A chain of time holds generations together. Communities form links to every person's memories. Though our lives are individual, collective stories reflect our time. Repeated stories become memories. Once written, stories are shared and link us to our ancestors. Our time, our history, our generation, our memories, our stories, our legacy.
It's good. I like your poems. They always have a wonderful message to them. And while you were reading that, I was thinking some young people who are alive today, it might be after you and I are gone, but a memory, they're going to say, I lived through the great pandemic of 2020. Oh, you don't know what it was like back then.
Right.
Talking about it like the flu. Back in the early
1918, yes.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to think or say anymore. I almost feel at wit's end from time to time. But then you realize, well, you got to get up and you got to go and you got to make the best of what we have and look on the positive side. And that's what you're trying. Help each other. And help each other. That's right. So what caregivers have got an especially hard role right now.
It is indeed, and I think that when you realize that a caregiver at home has a 24/7 job, and the person with dementia may be quite able to converse and be in the reality of today 1 minute, but then be very focused on whatever came to mind for whatever reason. And then there may be a crisis that occurs with the caregiver or the person they're caring for. But when this person needs the support, we look to the Alzheimer's Association and the resources that are out there. As a support group facilitator, I usually meet with our group in Fulton every month, and it would have been today. Mm-hmm. And if we can't meet in person, what I do now is call the folks and visit on the phone. But it's not like actually visiting with someone and looking them in the eye.
Not at all. Not at all. And I know exactly what you're talking about because for several months we were doing these segments not in person, but on the telephone.
Right.
And it wasn't the same. Now we're back to doing them in person, but we're so far apart because we have to keep that social distancing if we don't have a mask on.
Right.
And it's just not like it used to be. You miss that personal contact.
Right. And think about the staff in long-term care facilities, especially those in a memory care unit where all of the people have some kind of dementia. Those staff members are the contact. They are the people that help with their personal needs, help them get to eat at the table, and those people are stressed. And so I really feel like we need to support those folks. And family members may wish they could go see the person, but it may upset the person that they can't do anything but look out the window to see their loved ones.
So you still cannot visit a loved one in a nursing home at this point?
If a person goes out to an appointment, for a doctor's appointment, they have to be in isolation for the 2 weeks when they come back. And when you think of a person who has dementia and their world is already very closed in, family members do not need to put that person at risk for whoever they might have been exposed to, nor do they need to add pressure to the staff. And it's a matter of learning to live where we are. The things I usually promote include the 24/7 helpline. So I called the helpline this morning out of the Alzheimer's Association headquarters, and I just wanted to see what I'm suggesting that people do. Well, the number one thing, which is typical now, it's do you want a Spanish-speaking person or an English-speaking person? But the young woman who answered my call, was willing to refer me to whatever I needed. The 800 number for the helpline is 800-272-3900.
Okay, 800-272-3900.
Right.
And if you want to grab a pen or a pencil, I'll give it to you here in a minute again. Go get a pen or a pencil, and you can write it down then.
Well, let's go to the other resource that
Okay.
I'm always promoting, and that is the Alzheimer's website location, and that's alz.org. Now, it doesn't matter if you just Google Alzheimer's, you're going to get this.
Okay.
So you don't have to write it down. And that helpline number will be online, on the online
Okay,
location.
but I know some people came back with their pen and pencil right now. So you got your pen and pencil. That 800 number is 800-272-3900.
Correct.
And that can be a lifesaver.
It is sometimes. And usually it's when there's a crisis and you don't know what to do. And so the telephone, to me, is much better than a computer. I'd like to talk to a person, and that's why I really promote it. But this month is the Alzheimer's Awareness Month. And so the funds that are raised, that are usually done in walks outside and social gatherings, need to be individuals supporting the Alzheimer's Association. And so I would encourage folks to do that. And you can go online to alz.org, and you can find what's called ALZ Connected, and that's communities getting together online like we do in support groups. So that is what my suggestion would be for today, is support the Alzheimer's Association and keep funding these resources that help caregivers.
Okay. Lois Long, always a pleasure to have you,
Thank you.
here. One more time, that 800 number is?
The line is 1-800-272-3900.
Okay, we got it. And if there's something that you would like to hear or see, I would love to hear from you. Simply drop me an email, pepperp@missouri.edu. And keep the spirits up, okay? Think positive. And when you go out, wear that mask. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.